Niyat zikr, muhabbat ilahi. We always make niyat before zikr that it is to gain the muhabbat of Allah Ta'ala, Allah Rabbul Izzat. Because zikrullah is that amal and that act which will fill the heart with the muhabbat of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. أفضل الذكر لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. لا إله إلا الله 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 سيدنا ومولانا محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. اللہ جل جلالہ وعم نوالہ اللہ اللہ کیسا پیارا نام ہے اللہ اللہ کیسا پیارا نام ہے عاشقوں کا مینا اور جام ہے اللہ اللہ ایچے شیرین استنام شیر و شکر می شود جانم تمام اللہ اللہ ایچے شیرین استنام شیر و شکر می شود جانم تمام اللہ 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 Allah, 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 لا إله إلا الله سيدنا مولانا محمد رسول الله. Recite the Sharif with your brothers. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. يا رب صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. جزا الله أن نبينا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم أفضل ما جزى نبيا عن قومه ورسولا عن أمته، وصل على جميع إخوانه من النبيين والصالحين يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث. يا راحم المساكين يا مجيب دعوة المضطرين يا إله العالمين يا أرحم الراحمين يا أول الأولين يا آخر الآخرين يا ذا القوة المتين يا راحم المساكين يا كنز الفقراء يا رحيم الضعفاء يا عزيم الرجاء يا منقذ الحلقاء يا منجي الغرقاء. Oh, our beloved Allah, most merciful, our most kind Allah, most generous, most forgiving Allah, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Allah, we thank you for all your ni'mats. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, we are totally undeserving. You are most kind and most generous. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Kareem, Ya Akram al-Akrameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Allah, grant us maghfirat and forgiveness. Forgive us and the entire ummah of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, those who are living and those who have passed away. Ya Allah, make our complete and kamil maghfirat. Ya Allah, wash our hearts clean. Ya Allah, scrub our hearts clean. Ya Allah, purify our hearts, purify our ruh, purify us, Ya Allah. Cleanse us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we have polluted and dirtied ourselves, Ya Allah. We have messed ourselves, Ya Allah, with the pollution of guna and sin. Ya Allah, we have caused, Ya Allah, the dirt to accumulate and, Ya Allah, to leave big marks and stains, Ya Allah, on our hearts. Ya Allah, our hearts have become rusted. Ya Allah, through your fazl and karam, remove the rust of our hearts. Remove the stains of our heart. Remove, Ya Allah, the dirt from our hearts. Ya Allah, cleanse our hearts, purify our hearts. Ya Allah, grant us a clean and purified heart. Ya Allah, grant us a sound and healthy, spiritually healthy heart. Grant us a physically healthy heart. Grant us a spiritually healthy heart. Ya Allah, grant us qalban salima. Grant us qalb salim. Grant us, Ya Allah, a sound and healthy spiritual heart. Ya Allah, grant us qalban muniba. A heart, Ya Allah, that turns to you. A heart that is filled with your muhabbat. A heart that is filled with your ma'rifat. Ya Allah, grant us so much of muhabbat. Ya Allah, that your muhabbat replaces the muhabbat of everything else. Ya Allah, and the muhabbat of everything else becomes subservient to your muhabbat, the muhabbat of your Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ya Allah, grant us piety and taqwa. Grant us tawazu. Grant us ikhlas. Grant us islah, grant us istiqamat, grant us kayfiyat ihsan. Ya Allah, grant us kayfiyat ihsan. Ya Allah, grant us iman and yaqeen. Grant us ilm and amal. Ya Allah, grant us taqwa. Grant us, Ya Allah, tawazu. Grant us sabr and shukr. grant us zuhd and qana'at. Ya Allah, grant us all those beautiful qualities and attributes that you granted to Anbiya alayhimus salam, to Sahaba kiram, to the Awliya kiram. Ya Allah, to the beloved and selected ones of this ummah. Ya Allah, give us the true dawlat, give us the true wealth, the wealth of the heart. Give us the wealth of these awsaf, give us the wealth of these sifat and qualities, give us the wealth of this akhlaq. Ya Allah, grant us raham, grant us kindness and compassion, grant us hilm and forgiveness and tolerance. Grant us, Ya Allah, a share of the beautiful akhlaq of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Allah, make his life a living example in front of us. Let his life be a namuna, and Ya Allah, a specimen and a carbon copy for us to imitate and emulate. Ya Allah, keep the naqsha and the surat of Rasulullah Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam in front of our eyes, that we mold and pattern our lives in the pattern of his life, and we live our life in the manner in which he lived his life, and we display that akhlaq which was displayed by him. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, create in our hearts the deep love and reverence for our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Allah grant us the true appreciation and qadr and value for all that what he did for us, for what he did for his ummah. Ya Allah, grant us the true appreciation, and Ya Allah, the qadr and value of that. Ya Allah, grant us tawfiq to recite abundant durood upon him, and strengthen the bond of love and muhabbat with him, such that, Ya Allah, the muhabbat of everything else in this universe will dwindle in front of the love and ishq of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and of Rasul Pak sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Fill our hearts with his true ishq and muhabbat, and fill our hearts with the ishq of Medina Munawwara, and fill our hearts with the ishq of everything that was associated with him, and fill our hearts with the ishq of his sunnat, and with ishq and muhabbat of his akhlaq and his character and his seerat. Ya Allah, make us living paragons of the seerat of Rasulullah Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Grant us tawfiq to make more and more amal upon his sunnah and upon his way of life and his beautiful example. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, have mercy upon the ummah of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And just as he cried for his ummah, and he had so much of gham for his ummah, and he had so much of worry for his ummah, Ya Allah, today his ummah is being destroyed. The ummah is being destroyed in all parts of the world. The ummah is in great crisis and difficulties. The ummah is suffering. Thousands are dying. Thousands are perishing. Thousands are leaving the world without iman. Thousands have renounced Islam. Thousands are becoming the targets and prey of the Christian missionaries, and Ya Allah, of evil and wicked forces who are driving them away from Deenul Islam. Ya Allah, bring alive Deenul Islam in the world. Ya Allah, bring alive Deenul Islam in the world. Ya Allah, give strength to the ummah, give izzat to the ummah, give respect to the ummah, revive the ummah, revive the deen, bring alive the deen. Ya Allah, in all the Arab countries, in Egypt, in Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Ya Allah, in Libya, Ya Allah, in Yemen, in Saudi Arabia, in Jordan, in Lebanon, in Palestine, in Syria, in Iraq, in Kuwait, in Bahrain, Ya Allah, in all those countries of the world, which is the heartland of Islam, bring alive Deenul Islam. In Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Malaysia, Indonesia, all the Muslim countries, Ya Allah, the Muslim countries of Africa, Asia, wherever, Turkey, Ya Allah, bring alive the deen. Ya Allah, revive the deen. Bring about an Islamic revolution. Ya Allah, change and the halat and change the conditions. Ya Allah, those who are working, Ya Allah, to strive to improve the condition of the ummah, those who are making qurbani and going out in your path, those who are striving for your deen, those who are striving for the welfare of this ummah, Ya Allah, accept their efforts. Ya Allah, reward them, give them qubuliyat, give them strength, give them acceptance. Ya Allah, and accept us also. Make us also the means of bringing alive your deen in whichever humble way. Let the deen flourish, Ya Allah. Let the winds of hidayat blow, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Let mankind enter into the fold of Islam. whatever obstacles they are keeping the people away from Deen al-Islam, whatever obstacles that are keeping them away from entry into Jannah and plunging them into the fire of Jahannam, remove those obstacles, Ya Allah, and open the floodgates of Hidayat, and let the winds of Hidayat blow them in the right direction, and bring them into Deen al-Islam, and enter them into the ghulami and slavery of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Ya Allah, all of us then, Ya Allah, let us enter into Jannatul Firdaus under the flag of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, all our marhumeen, grant them maghfirat and forgiveness, fill their qabrs with nur, especially our akabireen and our pious elders. Ya Allah, especially our mahboob Hazrat Maulana Yunus Patel rahmatullah alayhi. Ya Allah, elevate his stages in the Akhirat. Ya Allah, raise his stages in Jannatul Firdaus. Fill his qabr with nur. And all those marhumeen, and all our pious akabireen, all those who have left this world, Ya Allah, be pleased with them. Ya Allah, reward them. Ya Allah, and those who are living, grant them good health. Ya Allah, grant them afiyat, grant them shifa. Ya Allah, keep their shadow over us. Do not deprive us of their barakat and their existence because of our naqadri. Ya Allah, especially our Shaykh, Arif Billah, Hazrat Shaki Muhammad Akhtar Sahib, Dawud Barakatuhum. Ya Allah, grant Hazrat a long life, grant him good health. Ya Allah, grant him shifa, grant him afiyat. Ya Allah, grant him maqbooliyat. Ya Allah, cause his silsila to spread around the world. Ya Allah, make him Shaykh al-Arabi wal-Ajam. Ya Allah, and cause makhluk to benefit greatly from his silsila. And all the sacrifices that he made, and all, Ya Allah, the efforts that he made, Ya Allah, to bring your bandas onto the straight path, and the path of muhabbat and ma'rifat. Ya Allah, reward Hazrat with a befitting reward. And all our ulama and mashayikh, and all our asatiz and akabirin and buzurgan deen, wheresoever they may be in the world, Ya Allah, keep their shadow over us, and cause us to benefit from them. Allahumma Rabbana taqabbal minna, innaka anta as-sami'ul alim. وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Allah Ta'ala, through His Fazl and Karam, my dear friends, accept this durood and salam, and have yaqeen that as we are sitting here, before we even move from our places, the malaika of Allah Ta'ala, they flew down to Medina Munawwara, they flew right to the green dome, they flew right into Rawza Mubarak, and they took this durood and salam and presented before our beloved Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The names of each and every one was mentioned to him, and inshallah, Allah Ta'ala make this a means of our sifarish and shafa'at and intercession on the day of Qiyamah. Allah give us tawfiq to recite durood in abundance. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept the keys of the treasures of dunya and akhirat in the recitation of durood and salam. Abundance of durood and salam has been the key of success of all the great people in the past. Great awliya, great ulama, great muhaddiseen. They will say to you that the key to our success, whole families and generations' success, lied in the excessive and abundant recitation of durood and salam. Allah Rabbul Izzat make that environment in our homes also, that there is abundant recitation of durood and salam. Especially on these kind of Mubarak nights, we should increase in these amal. In every home there should be a mahol environment, durood and salam. Families should get together. Durood and salam should be recited. Alhamdulillah, in the masjid now we have majlis, the zikr majlis. Durood and salam is part and parcel of that majlis. But like this in the homes also this kind of environment must be created. Take the kajur seeds, get the family around, sit down, read durood and salam, read the short form of durood, wa sallallahu ala nabiyil ummi, read the short form of salam, bismillah wa salamu ala rasulillah. In our own daily ma'mulat, this is important, extremely important, that durood and salam should be very much a part and parcel of our daily ma'mul. Inshallah, if we make this our daily ma'mul and we read even whatever quantity it is, but minimum at least 200 times, and if possible 300 times durood daily, there is lot of barakat, lot of barakat. Many people who had a regular habit of reading durood, on the day that they did not read, the message came from Madinah Munawwara, directly sometimes, or sometimes indirectly, that what happened today, we did not receive the gift of the durood and salam. How many a times it has been seen a pious person, governors and rulers of countries who used to read durood and salam, more than us ordinary people of today. The rulers and governors of countries used to read durood and salam. We know the governor of Basra used to read durood and salam daily. He had a certain practice, 100 or 200 or whatever it was. And that night he went to sleep because extremely tired and he had not read his durood and salam. And that very night, that was the night Rabia Basriya rahmatullah alayha was born. Alhamdulillah, we had the opportunity of visiting her qabr also in Baytul Muqaddas, Baytul Maqdis, Al-Quds, Jerusalem. Qabr of Rabia Basriya rahmatullah alayha is there in the Mount Olives. Is directly opposite Masjid al-Aqsa, on the opposite hill. That is where the qabr of Rabia Basriya rahmatullah alayha, where she was born in Basra, so many hundreds of kilometers away, and where in that Mubarak and holy place, that land which Allah Rabbul Izzat refers to in the Holy Quran as Alladhi Barakna Hawlahu, the land around which we cast our barakah and blessings. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted her resting place in that Mubarak land of Al-Masjid al-Aqsa. So Rabia Basriya, when she was born, there was no food in the house, there was no light in the house, there was no lamp in the house. It was absolutely dark. The father was pious. He saw a dream. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told him, go to the governor of Basra and remind him that he had a practice of reading certain number of duroods every night, and he did not read the durood last night. Immediately the message came from Madinah Munawwara. May Allah Ta'ala give us that pabandi and istiqamat and steadfastness, reading durood and salam, that it becomes an integral part of our life, that it becomes so much part of our life that if we don't read that durood and salam, we must feel like a fish out of water, or like a bird in a cage. That is how much we should make ma'amul of durood and salam. We should relish, and more than how we enjoy jalebi and barfi and halwa and all these sweet meats and sweet dishes. More than that, we should relish the recitation of durood and salam. We should really pine when that moment is coming, that I'll be able to read my durood and salam. Allah Ta'ala give us that kind of muhabbat with durood and salam. And this is what will generate the love of Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam in our hearts. And when that muhabbat is attained, then my dear friends, the doors of all goodness in this universe opens on that person whose heart becomes filled with the ishq of Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah Ta'ala grant us through His fazl and karam. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. अपने मालिक से उठ कर के फरियाद कर, दिल को सजदे में रो रो के आबाद कर. अपने मालिक से उठ कर के फरियाद कर, दिल को सजदे में रो रो के आबाद कर. अपने मालिक से उठ कर के फरियाद कर, दिल को सजदे में रो रो के आबाद कर. रूह کو نور تقویٰ سے تو شاد کر، روح کو نور تقویٰ سے تو شاد کر، نفس دشمن ہے دشمن کو ناشاد کر، دل کو نور خدا سے تو آباد کر، دل کو نور خدا سے تو آباد کر، اور گناہوں کی خواہش کو برباد کر، اپنے مالک سے اٹھ کر کے فریاد کر، دل کو سجدے میں رو رو کے آباد کر، حمد سے اس زبان کو تو حماد کر، حمد سے اس زبان کو تو حماد کر، سر کو چوکت پہ ان کی تو سجاد کر، قلب و جاں کو تو اس در پہ آباد کر، قلب و جاں کو تو اس در پہ آباد کر، اور سکون دل و جاں کو خلاد کر، اپنے مالک سے اٹھ کر کے فریاد کر، دل کو سجدے میں رو رو کے آباد کر، اپنی خوشیوں کو اختر تو برباد کر، اپنی خوشیوں کو اختر تو برباد کر، اپنی رب کی خوشی سے دل آباد کر، اپنی خوشیوں کو اختر تو برباد کر، اپنی خوشیوں کو اختر تو برباد کر، اپنی رب کی خوشی سے دل آباد کر، اپنے مالک سے اٹھ کر کے فریاد کر، دل کو سجدے میں رو رو کے آباد کر، اپنے مالک سے اٹھ کر کے فریاد کر، دل کو سجدے میں رو رو کے آباد کر،
MashaAllah, this is the kalam and the poetry of our Shaykh Arif Billah Rumi Waqt Hazrat Arif Billah Hazrat Shah Ki Muhammad Akhtar Sahib Damat Barakatuhum. This is his beautiful kalam and poetry, and the title of this poetry is Apne Malik se Ut Kar Faryad Kar. اپنے مالک سے اٹھ کر کے فریاد کر، دل کو سجدے میں رو رو کے آباد کر. Beautiful words of advice and nasiha. Ya Hazrat is saying, what is the way for a mu'min in this world? What should be the demeanor? What should be the manner of a mu'min in this world? What are we to do in this world? He's showing us the way forward, how a mu'min should live his life in this world, so that by virtue of this we can become the beloveds of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we can become the chosen and selected ones of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he says here that apne malik se uth kar ke faryad kar, stand up O servant, stand up O slave before your malik, your khaliq, your creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Stand up before your malik and faryad kar. Normally the word faryad in Urdu is used to complain. So and so made faryad about someone, so and so complain about someone. So stand in front of your creator and complain. But here it means complain in which sense? put your complaints, your sorrows, your worries, your concerns, your issues, your difficulties before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the point of asking or presenting your matter to the makhluk, to the creation? The creation is ajiz, the creation is helpless, the creation is powerless, they cannot do anything for you. It is no point complaining to the creation. It is no point putting your matter in front of the creation. You have to put your matter in front of your Malik, your Creator, and then you will see the results. That amount of time that we spend complaining about anything to anyone, if we spend that same amount of time in dua before our Malik and Khaliq, we would have seen far greater results and better results in dunya and akhirat than in complaining to somebody else. One kitab I was reading, in fact this was the Malfuzat of Hazrat our Dada Pir, Hazrat Muhiyyu Sunnah, Hazrat Shah Abrar al-Haq Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi, and in that he had narrated the incident of a person who wrote a letter to one of the governors or one of the rulers, and he was requesting for some help. So he said very nicely to keep the respect of the person also, and to illustrate the true yaqeen and belief of a mu'min, the true iman, the yaqeen of a mu'min, what it should be. He wrote to him, he said, رَفَعْتُ أَمْرِي أَوَّلًا إِلَى اللَّهِ ثُمَّ إِلَيْكَ رَفَعْتُ أَمْرِي أَوَّلًا إِلَى اللَّهِ ثُمَّ إِلَيْكَ. I have presented my matter first to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then to you. I first presented my matter to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then to you. Now a person might ask that why did he present it to him if he presented it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The reason is because Allah ta'ala made this world a world of asbab. Allah ta'ala made this world a world of means. So for example, if you've got a cash flow problem, you're in a cash flow crisis, so at that time it is halal, it is permissible. In fact, it was even a sunnah of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam that at times he would take a loan from his own companions, leave alone his own companions. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam took loans from Yahudi, Jew, Zayd bin Su'ana radiallahu ta'ala anhu, who was first a Jew, then he became a Muslim. And what was the result, what was the event that led to him becoming a Muslim? The same thing. The Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam took a loan from him, and he wanted to test out whether he was a true Nabi or not. So he spoke very harshly to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But the more harsh he spoke, the more clement and tolerant and forgiving and overlooking was the conduct of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam towards him. The more he acted impudently and rudely and disrespectfully, the more Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam displayed his wonderful and beautiful akhlaq of tolerance towards him. So he realized from that indeed this is the Nabi of Allah, and after that incident he accepted Islam. So we, in the course of day-to-day life, it is allowed, it is permissible, you can go and take a loan from someone if you don't have it. Obviously it must be interest-free. Must be interest-free. You can't take an interest-bearing loan. That is haram. Unless a person is in such a dire strait that nobody wants to, he doesn't have any creditworthiness at all. Nobody wants to give him, and is compelled to borrow from the riba bank as a last resort. That he must go and ask some Mufti Sahib or Darul Iftar, that now I am at such a point that it's a matter of my survival. Like one person who used to do transport business, his vehicle got destroyed. He tried very hard to get interest-free loan to replace the vehicle. Finally, when he couldn't, then he went to one of the great muftis of our time, Rahmatullah alayh, There's none other than my Ustad Hazrat Mufti Mahmud Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi. And Mufti Sahib told him that, well, now that you've tried everything and nobody is giving you, now as a last resort, you are allowed to take that bank loan, but make plenty of istighfar and seek Allah's forgiveness and realize that it is wrong. Don't think it is right. Consider it to be haram. Consider it to be wrong. But because of your circumstances at that point in time, for that brief moment it will be allowed, and as soon as possible pay it off and get it over with. This is our deen. It's a natural way of life. It's a complete, comprehensive way of life. It is a practical way of life. It's not just theory that is not practical. It's not theory that we cannot put into action. In the 21st century, this deen is just as applicable as it was in the time of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam 1400 years ago. This is a sign that this is the true deen. This is a sign that this is the true religion. This is a sign of the beauty of Islam. This is a sign that Islam is the last and final way of life Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has approved for mankind. Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-islam deena. Allah has chosen this deen. Allah is pleased with this deen. Allah has completed this deen. So therefore, coming back to that discussion, that yes, if a person is helpless, so we go and take a loan. So that is asbab. Allah has made the asbab. So this person, he wrote in this letter, he said, Rafa'tu amri ilayk, I brought my matter before you. Rafa'tu amri ila Allah, I took my matter before Allah Ta'ala, thumma ilayk, now I brought it to you. Because first what he did is he made dua. He asked Allah Rabbul Izzat for help. Then he adopted the means. He went to somebody. He said, In tu'ti فالمؤتي هو الله وأنت المشكور. In tu'ti فالمؤتي هو الله وأنت المشكور. وإن تمنع فالمانع هو الله وأنت المعذور. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Short 3-line letter he wrote to him. If you give it to me, if you advance that loan to me, then in actual fact Allah is the one who advanced it and Allah is the giver of that. Or if you assisted me, then Allah is the one who gave and Allah is the one who assisted. But وَأَنْتَ الْمَشْكُورِ, gratitude is to you. Gratitude will go to you that Allah has used you to assist me. وَإِن تَمْنَعْ, if you don't give, فَالْمَانِعُ هُوَ اللَّهُ, Allah is the one who does not want it to happen. فَأَنْتَ الْمَعْذُورِ, you are ma'zur, you are excused. There's no ill feelings or hard feelings to you. It's not in your hand. It's not in my hand, it's not in your hand. Everything is in Allah's hand. You are the means, I am the means, we are all just the means. And wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Finished. That is the yaqeen of a mu'min in this dunya, in this world. That if somebody gave us to, it wasn't that person who gave, it was Allah's hand that gave it through that person's hand. And if somebody withheld to, it wasn't that person that withheld, it was Allah who withheld. And therefore that person was all under the command and hukam and tabi of Allah's will. And that is why if we develop this kind of iman and yaqeen, especially our businessmen, if our businessmen develop that kind of iman and yaqeen in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then there is no need to have any kind of animosity between businesses. There is no need to have unhealthy competition. Healthy competition is encouraged everywhere. There is no need to have unhealthy competition, cut price, cut throat, one cutting the next one jealous of the next one envious of the next one. Why? Because end of the day, that customer is not coming to my shop because of my price. his feet are moving in the direction of my shop because Allah has moved his feet in the direction of my shop. There were two businesses next door to one another, always having very cutthroat competition with one another. Couldn't see eye to eye. Muslim brothers. Very unfortunate. So the one had a big sale, put a big board outside his shop. Big sale, knockdown sale, massive reduction, half price sale, all the catchphrases that you normally use to have a sale, everything he put there. The other fellow, he was sharp. What he did, he put one board outside his shop, entrance here. So that he had all the sale boards there. There was no place to put any more board. So he put one board outside his shop, entrance here. Now everybody started going to that shop, and the sale was happening in the other shop. So we find in the businessmen of the past, there was Iman and Yaqeen. Iman and Yaqeen was to such an extent that if a businessman saw the shopkeeper next door to him did not do the sales that he would do for the day or that would suffice for his needs for the day, and he did his sales for the day, he would close shop or he would stop trade and he would send the customers next door and say, go and buy from that brother next door. The person would say, no, I want to buy it from you. I want to buy it from your shop. He would say, no, go buy it from the brother next door. Go buy it from that man next door. It happened in one place that customer insisted and he said, no, I won't sell you. He said, here's the money. He said, no, I don't want the money. Here's the money, give me the goods. He said, no, you go next. He said, but why? He says, because I've noticed that he didn't do the trade, the business for the day today, as he usually does, and I'm afraid that his family, his wife and children must not go hungry to bed because he didn't do the trade or the business for the day. That person said, if this is how Muslim businessmen are, first of all, let me read the Kalima Shahadat. And he read the Kalima Shahadat and he became a Muslim. That was how the Muslim businessmen of the past became the instrument and the means of da'wat and inviting people to Deenul Islam. Allah Ta'ala give our businessmen and all of us that kind of iman and yaqeen. Allah Akbar, la ilaha illallah. So our Hazrat is saying that apne Malik se ut karke faryad kar. Get up and complain to your Creator. Put your matter before your Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all have got 1,000 faryads. Who doesn't have faryad? Who doesn't have a faryad? Who doesn't have a problem? Everyone has got some kind of. If we got everything in this dunya, which is highly unlikely and very unusual for that to happen, that there is a person who has got everything that he wishes for in dunya. It's very, very unlikely. Even if there is such a person, then who doesn't have worries and concerns about the akhirat? In fact, that should be the biggest worry. Aren't we afraid or concerned what's going to happen after we die? What will be our halat at the time of maut? What's going to happen after maut? What's going to happen in the qabr? What's going to happen when the malaika come there? What will be our halat and condition after that? What's going to happen to us on the day of Qiyamah? How will we manage in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How are we going to cross that pole sirat which everyone has to cross? And which has got hooks like cranes. When you go to see big, big buildings, the cranes swing in the wind. And they got big, big hooks. Like that, Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam described Pul Sirat, that there are massive hooks that are swinging across Pul Sirat, and any time they can hook a person off and land him and throw him into the fire of Jahannam, and it's a 1500-year journey. Allah Rabbul Izzat make it asan. So those are the worries and concerns. These are the things that worried the Anbiya alayhimus salam. They never had a peaceful sleep at night because of gham and fikr of akhirat. The gham and fikr of akhirat was so great that it didn't allow them to have one peaceful night's sleep because they were worried what's going to happen in the akhirah, what's going to happen to our ummah, what's going to happen to our followers. And more than all, the personality who had the greatest amount of gham and worry in this universe was none other than our beloved Master, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for his ummah. How many nights he stood up and cried and cried and cried before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For who he cried and why he cried. What was his reason for crying? What was it that worried him? What was it that made him cry? Why did he have to cry? There was no grounds or reason for him to cry when Allah gave him all the promises. Allah gave him all the goodnesses. Allah gave him all the fazail and virtues. But again and again, Jibreel alayhi salam would come and ask him, Ma yubkika ya Rasulallah. O Rasulullah, why, what is making, Allah is asking, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking, Ma yubki, what is it that makes you cry, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? And all he would say over and over is that, Ya Allah, the worry of my ummah, what will happen to my ummah on the day of Qiyamah? How will they fare? What will be the condition? What will happen to my ummah after me? The halat that will come upon my ummah and so forth. Allah Ta'ala give us also some fikr for the ummah, some gham for the ummah, some worry for the ummah. And to share in that gham and that faryad of Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, we've got all these faryad, we've got all these worries. Let us present it before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dil ko sajde mein roh roh ke aabad kar. And make water your garden. And let your garden of your heart flourish. How? Water it with the water of tears. Cry in sajda. Put your head down in sajda and let the tears flow. The tears of nadamat, the tears of sorrow, the tears of grief for the past, the life that we led, gunahs that we committed, the nafarmani that we did, those deeds, if that have to be opened and shown, if that reel has to be played out on the day of Qiyamah, where will a person hide his face? Where will he run? How embarrassed will he be just himself to see that reel played? And it will be said to him that this is what you did. A person will not even want to see his own amal. That is why somebody said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is more merciful than a person's own parents, because if he had to be given a choice, that let your hisab kitab be taken by your parents or let your hisab kitab be taken by Allah Ta'ala. If his parents have to take his hisab kitab and all his misdeeds are brought out, after few misdeeds his own parents will start cursing him and they'll hit him and they'll scream and shout at him that you did this and you did that, you had no shame in you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful, more merciful than the parents of a person, that all the misdeeds that we did, but He will still overlook and He will still forgive. So, water this heart. Let us water the heart. The heart becomes dry. Now there's no rain at the moment. And see how dry everything is becoming. Insan's fitrat is so ajib. When it rains, we say, oh, too much of rain. Everything is getting wet. Ladies are complaining, washing can't get dry and all that. And then when there's no rain, then we complain, oh, it's gone too dry, and it's gone too hot, and it's too humid, and can't take the heat. So let us water this dry heart, this heart that becomes dry. When it becomes dry, then it is going towards death, it's dying. Like that tree that is drying, how it's going towards its death, it's drying. If a sudden rain comes, that dying plant suddenly gets revived. It starts growing again. So from time to time we should water the garden of the heart and the plant of the heart by the tears of nadamat. Let us shed those tears, whether it is in the night or whether it is in the daytime. That is why it is important for a person in the day and night, 24 hours, to have few moments of solitude. حقيق بالمرء أن يكون له ساعات يخلو فيها. Kitabs of Tasawwuf, it is mentioned that it is important for a man, every person, every human being, whether it is our brothers or sisters, that you must have some sa'at, some moments, yakhlu fiha, that he is in absolute solitude. There must be no disturbance, there must be no noise, there must be no distraction. It must be him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in one corner of the room, on the musalla. When the lights are out and it's dark, then have those few moments of solitude with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is one of the keys of spiritual ruhani, tarakki and development. All our Buzurgan-e-Deen, they had those private moments where it was them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And how they would cry, what tears they would shed for the ummah, what gham they had, how they cried, what tawbah and istighfar they made. It is said about Hazrat Aqdas, Shaykhul Islam, Hazrat Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madani rahmatullah alayhi, that at tahajjud time he used to cry so profusely, my dear brothers, that the people around him used to feel sorry for him. He used to cry like how a person lost if he had his only one son in the world, and if that son had to suddenly pass away, and how a person will cry at that time. More than that, Hazrat Madani rahmatullah alayhi used to cry at tahajjud time. This was the crying of our Buzurgan-e-Deen in the privacy of the night when nobody was there. They cried before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ruh ko noor taqwa se tu shad kar. Ruh ko, your ruh, which is our real purpose or real existence. The body is just a body. It's just a vessel. It is just simply a vehicle. The real insan, the real us, the real we, the real I. Who is the real I? It is my ruh. My ruh is gone. It's just a body that's going to turn to dust. There's no value to this body. In our deen, alhamdulillah, we still show a lot of adab and respect for the human body after the death, although there's no life. But the other people, they treat the human body like a piece of dirt. You go to the mortuaries and you see how they just throw the bodies on the floor and they pile them up one on top of the other like carcasses of animals. You don't have any respect for the human body. In our deen we teach the respect for the body, although the ruh is gone. But the real being, that who are we? We are the ruh. The ruh is the real existence of insan. So ruh ko noor taqwa se tu shad kar. Make your ruh strong with the noor of taqwa. What is taqwa, as we hear over and over? To stay away from guna and sin. Nafs dushman hai dushman ko nashad kar. The nafs is your enemy, and give failure to your enemy. Let your enemy be defeated. Defeat your enemy. Defeat your enemy by depriving the enemy of those things that give that enemy enjoyment and pleasure, and that is guna. Dil ko noor khuda se tu abad kar, aur gunaho ki khahish ko barbad kar. And what should you do? Your heart, let your heart be filled with the noor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and destroy the desire of guna in your heart. Hamd se is zuba ko tu hammad kar. Let your tongue be wet with the praise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and sar ko chaukat pe unki tu sajjad kar. Let your head be on his doorstep in sajda. In other words, frequently make sajda before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Read salah and nawafil and so forth. Qalb o ja ko tu us dar pe abad kar, aur sukoon dil o ja ko khallad kar. Let your heart and let your soul become alive, and let the peace and sukoon enter your heart forever by surrendering yourself and submitting yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Apni khushiyon ko akhtar tu barbad kar, apne Rabb ki khushi se dil abad kar. O akhtar, destroy all your happiness. Destroy the happiness. A person will say, why should I destroy my happiness? Allah Ta'ala wants me to be happy, Allah doesn't want me to be sad. So what is the meaning of apni khushiyon ko akhtar tu barbad kar? That happiness that leads you to the displeasure of Allah Ta'ala, that happiness that you experience in the displeasure of Allah Ta'ala in guna and sin, when you're committing guna and sin and you're feeling happy about it, destroy that. Destroy that. Don't feel happy in guna and sin. You rather destroy that happiness that you feel in guna and sin. In other words, don't allow that happiness to come to you. That happiness which brings the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when you do that, then Allah ta'ala will grant you the true happiness. May Allah ta'ala through His fazl and karam grant us the true sukoon-e-qalb, which is the desire of every human being in this world. We are fortunate that Allah has shown us the way. Allah's Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has shown us the way. The Ahlullah and Awliya Allah have shown us the way. The road is clear. It is up to us to walk that road and to attain it. May Allah grant it to us through His fazl and karam.